All right, welcome everybody. This is Dan Hunt with the JSKA Virtual Dojo, November 10th. And today we're going to focus a little bit on some kicking drills, trying to work our kicks and also maybe some combinations with kicks, and then also work on the kata Tensho. Okay, so Tensho is a Gojuryu kata that I've learned, and we'll be working on that for a little while. Okay, so if you're not on mute, please go to mute. Gary, I think that's you. And let's get started. So one of the things I want you guys to do is make sure that you lift your knees up for these kicks, okay? So I'm going to be giving you some tips as we go. Be sure to think about some of those things we've talked about to be able to execute the kicks well. All right, adjust this. And I think these lights are a little bit too high. All right, so courtesy bow, and yoy. All right, so let's bring our feet together, bring our hands up here, and let's just start with some my giddies, starting with the left leg, going chudan. One kick, one count. Ich, ni, thump, shi, go, ruk, sich, hach, ku, ju. All right, so what I want you to really focus on these kicks is the knee lift, but leaving the ankle back here while you're lifting. So it starts way back here, and then as it's lifting, it continues out toward your target, okay? Not kicking right from there and getting like that. So see how my knee is just scooping. All right, so lift the knee first, have the foot tucked in underneath into your backside, and then releasing the foot as you lift. Again, starting with the left. Ich, ni, thump, shi, go, ruk, sich, hach, ku, ju, hype. All right, so this time I want you to kick slower, and I want you to really focus on pushing the ball of the foot. So from here, I'm going to lift it up, push the ball of the foot, bring it back, and then down. Okay, so let's turn sideways. You guys get to do it with me. So let's start with your right leg. Ready? Ich, ni, thump, shi. So don't have these hands down here. Have them more forward. Elbows kind of at the forward side of your rib cage. Okay, let's do right leg again. Ich, ni, ich, ni, ich, ni, ich, ni, ich, knee, ich, knee, ich, knee. All right, turn the other way. Let's do left leg. Ich, knee, ich, knee. So as you pull the foot back, make sure that you unpoke the ball of the foot, bring it back this way. So it's out here like this. Make sure it goes back to parallel to the floor. Ready? Ich, knee. 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 One more. Ich, knee. All right, turn around again. Now I want you to take a look at your foot position too. So as you're here, the foot should be a lot like a punch. So we're trying to get the first two knuckles in line with our elbow and our shoulder. Okay, so same thing with the ball of the foot. If I have this foot over here, see how that's not lined up with my knee, not lined up with my ankle. So I need to bring that foot in line with my ankle and my knee. So let's go forward again, just straight forward. We'll go slowly again. Nice and smooth now. I'm only going to count one, but I want you to maybe look at your foot position relative to your ankle and your knee. They all need to line up, one line with the hip. So hip, knee, ankle, first two knuckles of the foot on the ball of the foot. Ready? Itch. Or left, or right leg. Knee. Thumb. So alternating legs. She. Go. Rook. Sitch. Keep your base knee bent. Hutch. Ku. And Ju. All right, now all one count. Let's do it a little quicker now. So factor all those things in, pulling the foot up, lifting the knee, drive out the ball of the foot, alignment of the foot with the ankle on the knee and the hip. Ready? Starting with the left again. Itch. Knee. Thump. She. Go. Rook. Sitch. Hutch. Ku. And Ju. Right? All right, good. Any questions about front snap kick and some of the details of how to deliver it? No? Good? All right. So let's do some side snap kick then. So let's start with our left leg going that way. Okay, again, we're going to be pointing the knee where we're going. This foot needs to be kind of facing up as much as you can. So ball the foot, toes more up, trying to get parallel to the floor. I can't do it all the way parallel to the floor, but I do have mine up at probably more than 45 degrees. So here, more than 45 degrees. Now as you're lifting this knee, you bring the foot up the leg, and then you continue lifting and let the foot wind out. So here's the first move. There's the second move. So continue lifting that knee to develop the side of the kick, okay? All right, and then the knee points from this position. You got two ways to do this, okay? If I want to kick without taking my hip and move it off to the side a little bit, I have to kick out at about like a 10 to 15 degrees to the front of me. That's my target. Okay, it's just the way my hip works. Okay, so most of you may have that similar issue. If you don't have that issue, you can go straight. If you want to go straight with us who have kind of tighter hips, take this hip and tip it that 10 to 15 degrees, and then you can aim down the line. Okay? All right, so here we go. Let's go this way. Nice and smooth. Not too fast yet. Itch. So work on lifting, getting the foot in the right position, and then lift again with the knee. Knee. Thumb. Sheet. Goal. Hook. Sitch. Hutch. Ku. Ju. Right? All right, so let's everybody, instead of taking the hip off the line, let's aim just a little bit to the forward side. So your target now is about 10 to 15 degrees forward of your straight to the side position. Okay, there we go. Itch. Notice your hip doesn't have to tip down at all. Neat. It still has to tilt in and out. Thumb. Sheet. Go. Notice the foot comes up the leg. Roko. Sichi. Hachi. Ku. And Ju. Right? All right, other way. Okay, so now we're going to take the hip and we're going to tilt it back just a little bit. Aim straight up. Ich. Knee. Some. Shi. Bring the foot up the leg. Lift again. Up. Hook. Sichi. Hachi. Ku. And Ju. Hey. All right, now this time out to the 20 degrees, no tilt of the hip as you're lifting. Sideways, still tilt it as you kick. Keep the base knee bent. Ich. Knee. Thump. Shi. Go. Hook. Sich. Hutch. Ku. And Ju. Hey. All right, good. Any questions about side snap kick? All right. So now we are going to work on our Mawashigiri. Okay, so I want everybody to face this way. Okay, put your left leg forward. Okay, and just look over your shoulder to watch me. So what I want you to do is I want you to kick over here. Okay, but I don't want you to go on a diagonal right to it. I want you to lift first and then kick. Pretend like there's something in front of you, you got to get your leg over. Okay, so here, lift and kick. Okay, so bring these, take your right hand, face it in the direction you want to go, left hand just over your belly button. Ready? Ich. Okay, so again, this one here has a compression to it. As I lift, see this ankle gets up into my buttocks area, into my hamstring, and then I pull the hip forward and then drive it in. Trying to get as parallel to the floor as you can. I get it. Some people don't have that kind of flexibility. At least get it up so it's not turning into this front kick, a little bit more than front kick, and even a lot less than front kick. Okay, so make this a round kick. Here we go. Ich. So don't shoot this knee straight there already. Lift it back here and then push it that way. Knee. Thumb. Shi. Go. Rug. Sich. Hutch. Ku. Ju. All right, so one more thing to add to this. Bend into this front knee as you're going that way. Bend into it so you create a base for this to push off of. Okay, let's do 5 more of that, bending into the front knee. Ich. Knee. Thumb. Shi. And go. Hey. Good, other way. Okay, so left hand facing the back of the room and lifting back here, and tuck your ankle in toward your buttocks and your hamstring. Here we go. Ich. Really bend into this front knee. Knee. Thumb. Shi. Go. Roko. Sichi. Hachi. Ku. And Ju. Yeah. All right, good. Now facing forward. Now we're going to do the Mwashige forward, and we're going to step back afterwards. Okay, so going forward, I want you to save the hip and the knee. Pull this in before you let it go. So bring that knee forward, get the knee going toward the target, and then let the foot fly. Knee the target. Knee to the target. and then let it fly. Okay, so let's do that in a 2 count. So I'm going to go knee to the target, pull it back, knee to the target, let it fly. Ready? Itch, and then knee, kick, then bring it back. Itch, knee, bring it back. Now be careful, don't let these hands fall away and lose your upper body connection here. Because once they start falling away, it's kind of impossible to get this back down in a quick manner, okay? Once this lets go, you got to go find it and go grab it again to bring it back. So don't let it go, okay? Itch, knee, again, itch, knee, hiya, and back, itch, knee, da, itch, knee, up, itch, and knee, da. Okay, switch legs. 2 counts again. Itch, knee, up. Okay, really think about pulling that ankle into your hamstring as you turn that hip around. Itch, knee, and lifting back here, not straight up here. Okay, lift back here. Okay, so what you're trying to do is build your muscles in your obliques and your and your lats to help lift this thing up. Just in case I need to kick in any direction, I can have this ready for me. Here we go. Itch, knee, up. Itch, knee is up. Good. Itch, knee is up. So when the knee gets slightly past the target, that's when you fire off the kick. Itch, knee, up. Last one. Itch, and knees. Oh! All right, switch legs. Oh, 1 count. Okay, so let's step back. We'll go 5 forward, 5 back. All right. Left leg forward. Mawashi-geri, land forward. When you're done with that, you have to tip that hip back over and put the foot down purposefully quick. Okay, so as you're here, this hip has to drop. Okay, let me get a little closer. So as you're here, see how my hip's tipped over? I need to bring it back down to get that leg down in a hurry. Otherwise, all I'm doing is falling. All right, here we go. Mawashi-geri. Itch, knee, some, she, go, help. Good, mate. Again. Itch, knee, some, she, and go. Epa, mate. All right, good, yummy. All right, any questions on Yoko? I'm sorry, Mawashi-geri. Nothing? Okay. All right, Yoko Kikomi. All right, so we're going to do this one from a standing, feet apart, or 1 shoulder width apart. Just coming over here, we're going to go to our left. Okay, this one here is a lift and tilt. Okay, lift and tip the hip, push it out. Check your ankle position. Is it hip, ankle, target, all in one line? That means your knee has to necessarily be that side of target, this way. Okay, then push it out, bring it back. All right, so targeting is with the hip and the ankle lined up together, going to the target, okay? So if you like, you can have a face, let's do that. Let's face this way and everybody kick with your right leg to the back. Actually, you want you guys kick with your left facing me. And I'll kick with my right. Here we go. Itch. So as you start to lift, sink onto this back leg. And then as you kick, extend the back leg and push the hip sideways. Knee. Thumb. Shi. Go. Roko. Okay, so one more thing on this. As you tip this out, kick out. Don't bring the foot back. Okay, I'm kicking out here. Don't bring the foot back. Bring the whole leg back from the knee and the hip joint. So I'm here and there. Because the initial lift is here tip, right? So it needs to come back exactly the opposite. So I'm here, here's the tip, here's the straight, and then down again. So you need to bring that whole leg in, not just the foot. Okay, a couple more with the left. Itch. Knee. Thumb. Shi. And go. So, all right, other leg. Turn the other way. Okay, your right leg, my left. Here we go. Itch. Knee. Bring the whole leg. Thumb. Shi. And go. Hook. Sich. Hach. Ku. And Ju. All right. Questions on Yoko Kikomi? Okay, a lot of this you guys should already have in your bag, but just in case, it's good to go through some of the details, and maybe one day you'll need to be sensei and you'll need to know all these details and a way to teach it. Okay, so last one is going to be our Oshirogiri. Okay, back kick. Okay, the foot should be somewhere like here, maybe there, like less than 45 degrees, not sideways. Okay, and you're going to arch the back, lift the buttocks up, let the shoulders stay back so that you can kick upwards. So this is going to drive the kick. The same sort of action that you use for my giri, which is bring this ankle in, is the same action you're going to go this way with. So bring the ankle in and then shove it backwards. Okay. Now, if you turn this too far, it's going to take that foot and necessarily make it from straight down to more like this. So watch. If I take this hip and turn it too far, that foot's going to be sideways. Just a little bit, maybe 10 degrees to the side, pointing the buttocks toward I want to go, and there. And keeping this shoulder back. Okay? All right, here we go. So facing this way, I want you to kick with your left. Bring this arm around this way, but not so much that it turns your whole upper body and takes your lower body with it. So the upper body wants to turn a little bit, but the hip wants to turn just even less. Okay? All right, here we go. Itch. So you can break it into two pieces if you like, the lift first, and then push it out. Check, see if your hip is opening too much. Knee. Thumb. So the first move is this hip going and lifting. Thumb. Shi. Go. Rook. So you need to be able to see it. The other way we used to do it is looking under our armpit. I don't like that because it takes the connection out of this. I like having this connected on my side, so I just kind of rotate this way. Roko. Sichi. Hachi. Ku. And Ju. All right, switch legs. So as much as you can turn without taking this hip way with it. Itch. Knee. Thumb. Shi. Okay, so one more thing to watch. Watch how my knee stays down by my other leg this way. Okay, it stays pretty close. Don't let this thing start wandering out this way, because the more it starts wandering out that way, it becomes a yoko kikomi. Okay, so it's a little different that way. Keep your knee more facing down to the floor. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we're this way. Okay, itch, knee, thumb, sheet, and go. So, good, yame. All right, any questions on yoko kik? I'm sorry, Ushiro Giri. All right, now we're going to put a couple of these together. Okay, so this is kind of in conjunction with the same philosophy we have when we do those 4-kick, all up the same leg drills. Need to bring the foot to the next position for the start of the next kick. So as you do that, first kick, so we're going to do a front snap kick, side snap kick together. Okay, so as you bring that leg back for the maigiri, this needs to be set up for the yoko keagi. Fire it off, bring it back. Okay, so everybody left leg forward. So maigiri, yoko keagi. Hitch. Okay, make sure you get a good length on all of it. And Gary, point your knee more to the side. Knee. Now you're doing a yoko kikomi, Gary. Some sheet and go. Okay, so each time you're here, switch to here, then come back. Itch. Knee. Some. She. Go. Up. All right, switch. Itch. Knee. Some. She. Go. Hook. Sit. Hach. Ku. And you. Sup. All right, good. Switch leg again. Okay, so this time we're going to do a yoko kikomi with a mawashi giri. So same principle. This goes out. The next kick is there, right? So bring that knee to the center, and then as that knee gets to the center, let it fly out for a mawashi giri. So from here, 1, bring it to the center, 2, bring it back. Okay. Itch. Knee. Some out, back, and in. She out, back, and in. Go. Roko. Ah, get it going. Sichi. Hachi. Full out, bring it back in. Ku. Ju. Good, switch legs. Same thing. Itch. Knee. Keep those hands up. Thumb. Elbows tight. She. Go. Roko. Sichi. Hachi. Ku. And you. Right? All right, good. Yummy. Emba. What? All right, so we did all those kicks kind of with the one that started the previous one. So when you do that 4-kick drill, the only thing we didn't do was the connection between the side snap and the side thrust. So you can work that on your own. right, because we got to move on. So any questions about the kicks or any of the details we've been working on? It's all good? Mark, question?
Yeah. Question for the Ushiro. So it means we don't pull up the knee up here. We just pull up the foot here.
Yes, correct. Right. Okay. Yeah, what you're trying to do is set your target with your hip. And if my hip is forward, then I'm not pushing toward the target immediately. I'm delayed. Now, doesn't mean you can't do it the other way, which is lift and push it out for a lifting drill. But actual application or actual execution, you want to go right to it. Okay, so if I were doing a spinning back kick, let me go full screen. If I were doing a from the back side here, do I start and lift? Sorry, we'll go this way. Okay, do I start lifting here and then go? Or would I just take this foot and go that way, throw the hip right at it, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so you want to get that hip going toward the target is the way I like to look at it. The other one of lifting in the front could be more of a more basic way to do it, but I think in the end, the way you actually do it is probably point the hip right at it right off the bat.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, good question though. I like it. Anybody else? All right, why don't you get a quick drink of water and we'll do some Tensho. Okay, everybody come back. All right, so we did a little bit of this on Saturday. So some of you probably already have some good information about this. And I'm going to focus a little bit on the sanchin dachi. Okay, so in our recent months, we've gone through hangetsu dachi. Okay, so hangetsu dachi is about a length of a front stance. Has a lot of the same characteristics as sanchin, where it's a pulling in, rotating around the hip joint and pulling. Okay, front foot is turned in, back foot is pretty straight forward, maybe a little bit out, but not so much. Okay, in a sanchin dachi, okay, this back foot is straight, front foot is still turned in, but notice the heel of the front foot is just a little bit in front of the toe of the back foot. Okay, so about there. Same feeling as I'm going to roll the hips around, tuck this underneath, and think of it as a pulling action. So if I were to grab onto somebody, it would be pulling them in this way. So if I want to change to a front stance, I would push this way. Here I'd squeeze in this way. And don't think of it as getting over this leg. Both of them are equally pulled and centered right over your groin, okay? So front foot turned in, back foot straight and pulled. So everybody put yourself in that sanchin dachi. Okay, now to move in the sanchin dachi, we're going to step forward by releasing the heel. All right, so the stance is turning into the floor like this. Okay, it's both of them. The one on the outside is going clockwise, the one on the inside is going counterclockwise, or the front is going counterclockwise. So I'm pulling the heels together. When I release, the front foot, heel is going to turn. So squeeze these heels together. When I release it, the front foot turns to straight. This one steps forward and then re-squeeze. Okay. Pull the heels together. Let this turn, step forward, re-squeeze. Okay, going backwards. This front one's going to squeeze in, step straight back. This one's going to turn in this way. Okay, squeeze. Release it, step straight back, squeeze. Release it, step back, squeeze. So this squeezes in this way. Okay, so check the length of your stance. A lot of times people tend to start getting longer with this stance. This is a very short stance, kind of inside movements, okay? Any questions on the stance? Okay, so the next part of this is the breathing part. Okay, so for this, what I want you to do is we're going to do like a double uchi-uke, okay? So from here, from our feet or our hands sideways, double uchi-uke, what I want you to do is I want you to breathe in as you cross your arms through your nose. And then as you bring this to a double uchi-uke, I want you to breathe out way down here in your lower abdomen, pushing it up. Okay. So breathe in through your nose. Okay, so getting as much of the air out. Open your mouth. Let me do it from here. Okay, so ready? Again. So the first part's quick. One more. Now there's a couple moves in this kata that involve no breath. So you're already here, right? On the first, this is actually the first move. This one has no breath. Pulling it back. So from here, you're going to take your left hand and bring it back. Okay. So from here, let's go. All right, good. All right, so let's try and put some of these together. So this involves a standard pattern for the first 3 sets of movements. Okay, so it's all together and they're all similar. And the breathing goes in pairs a lot of times. So the first move is 1 and 2. Then it comes back. Then it's 1, 2. Then 1, 2. Then 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so on every 2, you're breathing out. On every 1, you're breathing in. Okay, so let's see if we can get some count going. Okay, so from here, and I'll get you started in a moment from the way they start. So let's just in place here. 1, slice, 2. So this is going to the chin. Now turn it over, hook it. 1, breathing in, 2. Then 1 is up wrist, down is 2 wrists. Out is 1 wrist, 2 is in wrist. Okay, then we're going to switch the other hand. 1, then catch, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, got that? Any questions, Chris?
Yeah, can you do the slice movement?
So the slice is just just a shuto like we do in this movement here.
Okay.
Exactly that movement. So from here, it's catch, slice, and pull here. One and pull here. One and pull here. Okay, so strike the neck, bring it back. Okay, then push to the chin, pull, push, lift, 2, 3, 4. Okay, got it?
Yep.
Okay, so let's start with the official start of the Gojuryu Kata. So feet apart. Okay, I have to make an amendment from Saturday. They don't bring their feet together. They start here. Okay, so catch, palm, left hand into right. So I'll go here with you. Left hand into right. So right hand is in the back. Push down. Okay, and they actually start right from here. Stepping with our right leg, double uchi-uke into that sanchin dachi. 1. Now bring the left hand back. Now catch. Slice, breathing in. Now breathe out to the chin. Hook. Then up with the wrist, down with the wrist, over with the wrist, over with the wrist. So each one of those is a 1. Kind of hard for me to do both of that and count too. Okay. Notice the stance is nice and tight. Pull it in, and then if we were together, I'd be pounding on your stance, pounding on your body just to check to make sure everything is tense. So don't leave anything out of your tension. Okay, so 1, 2. Now we're going to step forward one more. Same thing, uchi-uke to start. Then catch, slice, pull, push, up, down, out, in. Now both hands. Catch, slice, push, pull, push, up, down, out, in. All right, let's try that. Going forward this way. So again, we're going to start here with our feet hachi-dachi, 45 degrees, pushing down. So it comes in here, push down. Okay, ready? Let's get our Tensho. Itch. Pull the left hand in. Knee. Thumb. Sheep. Go. Itch, one-handed. Itch. Knee. Thumb. Sheep. Two hands, uchi-uke. Itch. Itch. Knee. Thumb. Sheep. Okay. One more time. Let's see you guys do it, and then we'll move on from there. What's the matter, Joe? You're shaking your head. You don't have it. Well, we'll work it, okay? I promise you. Okay, so back up just a little bit. Okay, so right into right hand behind the left, push it down. Good. Okay, double uchi-uke, step out with right leg, because it's a Gojuryu Kata, it always starts with the right leg, into sanchin dachi, double uchi-uke. Itch. Okay, turn that front foot in and pull the left hand back now. Okay, now, first move is catch, slice, pull, push to the chin. Good. Now, turn it over, pull to the hip, push down to the groin. Lift with the wrist, down with the wrist, out with the wrist, in with the wrist. Good. Now next one. Itch, step forward. Uchi-uke. Just one. Just one. Only your left arm. Yep. Now, only your left arm. Now catch, slice, pull to your chest, and then push to the chin. Good. Now roll it over, pull it down to your hip, and push down to the groin. Lift up, knee, wrist, down wrist, sideways wrist, inside wrist. Good. Now both arms. Itch. Okay, so Marty, get your elbows in a little bit more. Yes, there you go. Good. Now, double pull, itch. Catch, basically, slice, pull it back to your chest, and then push it out. Knee, roll it over to your hip, push down to the groin. Wrist up, wrist down, wrist out, and this wrist in. Okay, good. All right, Joe, I thought you said you didn't get it. You were doing good. Okay, so those, let me get a little bit closer for you to get a better sense. So this first one, okay, I'm just going to turn it over and catch. Okay, so picture I made an uchi-uke, or maybe I hit him in the neck, and then I'm going to turn this over, I'm going to pull. And then let's say it slipped out of my hands and he's still there. I'm going to slice his head. And maybe he ducks. Boom, I'm going to shove that in. Okay, then he goes to grab me again. I'm going to pull this back in here. Groin. Okay, as he's bent over, wrist up. And then wrist down on his clavicle. Grabs again, take the wrist this way, take the wrist this way. So when I say wrist up, it's not fingers straight down. It's fingers kind of a little bit sideways, hitting with this part of the wrist, not the whole wrist. So just this thumb side of the wrist is hitting, and just the pinky side of the wrist is hitting when you go down. So it's not this and this, it's thumb side, pinky side. Okay, so let's do that again. So from here, from the uchi-uke, first uchi-uke, catch, slice, pull, push, pull, groin, up, down, wrist to the side, wrist to the inside. So these are full wrists, this way, okay? Notice my fingers are bent here, okay? It's a lot easier for me to bend this wrist a lot when my fingers are here than if they straighten this way. See how much more I can bend it? And I can get this part here more prominent when my fingers are bent. Reason why is all the bending of your fingers and so on happens back here. And when you have it, or when you push it straight, all these muscles are engaged to push it straight, because I'm pulling this way with these muscles back here, because they're attached to these tendons back here. So it's pulling this way, okay? So as these are more tight, the less I can push this and make this prominent. So open the wrist or open the fingers and so when you're sideways, you don't need to because you're going this way. My fingers are straight and bent inside, so I can be straight this way. But as I go this way, they have to be bent this way. Notice my thumb is not straight up either. It's kind of tucked in a little bit. Okay, so let's go one more time with that. And I'll go forward this time with you guys. I'll just have to transcribe it in my head here. Hopefully I don't make a mistake. Okay, so hachi dachi, right behind left, and push it down. Okay, right leg forward, sanchin dachi. Itch both hands. Pull the left hand in. Catch. Knee. Some. She. Other hand, step forward. Itch. Itch. Knee. Some. She. Remember, squeeze that ankle in. Now let the foot go. Step in both hands. Itch. Knee. Thumb. She. All right, let's keep going. From here, we're going to take this hand. We're going to leave the elbows where they are. We're going to bring the hands out. Okay. Notice my hands are pointing toward each other, 45 degrees forward. Okay. So they were here. Let's see. So they were here, right? So I'm going to take that step back. Take that step back, push it. Now I'm going to turn my hands up with my fingers up as well and step back and remake this triangle. Okay, so from here, we are both hands here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all right? Step back 1. Then up, step back 2. Okay. So from here, right hand goes up, left hand goes underneath. Right hand is still high, push. Then we switch. Then it goes all the way around, push. Okay, then come up, push it down. Okay, so that's the end of the kata. So let's go back to right leg forward. Let's do the double uchi-uke. This is the third time we've gone through the sequence. So catch 1, slice, push, pull, push low, wrist up, down, out, in, squeeze over the top. So don't let those elbows out this way. Okay, leave those elbows in. So you're here. Okay, then step 1, 2. Then right hand up, left hand goes underneath, goes all the way around, push. So it goes back to where it started. So again, keep these fingers loose, keep these fingers loose. This one's going to Gedan, this one's going to Jodan. Switch, keep all the way around. Now left is high, push, and finish. And again, it's hachi-dachi. Okay, then you'll. Okay. Questions on the ending there so far?
Yeah, Sensei, I'm not getting the rotation one down, like the direction of the rotation one.
Okay. So let's take our right hand, bring it up. Left hand is down. Okay, I want you to go underneath, over. Now I want you to wipe your brow with your left hand. And then push. Okay, so do it again. Right hand up, left hand down. Left hand goes underneath. Right, wipe your brow. This is going to go inside. Down block with the right. Wipe your brow with the left. So Chris, it looks like you're bringing your right hand kind of over here somewhere. It needs to come out this way. It needs to come out this way. Okay, so from here, 1, So this one's going to go to a down block. Bring it out some more. Out some more. There you go. Then push. So then bring it into your chest. Bring it into your hikite position for a gyatsuki. Then push. Okay. Then switch. Left hand crosses. Right hand goes underneath. Left hand's going to do a down block. Right hand's going to wipe my brow. Then my elbow is going to spin with the right hand going out here like this. Pull it in. Push. Okay, switch. 1. Switch. 2. Switch. 3. So the one that goes across is going to do like a down block. Okay, the one that's up is going to go across and do a down block and come back up again. Okay, the one that is down is going to go underneath, wipe the brow, and then roll over and then push. That help? Okay, I can't see it. Let me put you on the big screen. All right. Stop it. All right, spotlight video. All right, let's see you, Chris. All right, so cross your face with your left. Wipe your brow with your right. Make a down block with your left. Keep going. Leave your elbow tight. Leave your elbow. Now leave your left elbow tight. There you go. Now bring your right hand to your hip. Left hand to your armpit. Left hand to your armpit. There you go. Now shove it in. Yep. And more center. More center. There you go. Yes. Now we're going to change. Up. Other hand. Up. Underneath. Keep that elbow in. Bring that wrist to your chest and to your hikite, then push in. There you go. Yep. Yeah. There you go. Okay, good.
Looks a bit like a policeman who tries to control the traffic.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Yeah, with a little flair to it. So there's a couple different ways that we're trying to, one way that I like is, somebody goes to grab and I'm going to get underneath them and then crank them over with catching one arm, pushing the other one in. But even if I don't get a hold of them, I can go underneath here. And even if I can just trap one here, I can hit them here and hit them down here as I've trapped those arms with my arm here. Maybe I don't get a hold of them with this one. If I can get a hold of them with both of them, I take this one here, and then I take the upper one and cross it over the lower one. Okay.
I can't see you. You're not on view.
What? Oh, wait. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I could see myself, but thanks for noticing. So think of it as maybe they're grabbing both hands. I'm going to take this hand down and switch hands. Then I'm going to take this hand, hold this, and push this arm across this arm like this. Okay, that's one way to do it. Another one is, let's say they're going to push and I happen to step to the side and I can trap this and shove this in, maybe even shove this in after I've trapped it and brought them a little bit forward. And then sometimes you don't even get the trap and you're just moving it out of the way, boom. Okay, so you catch, take it over here, and then shove it in. Okay, 3 different ways to do it. I like probably the last one the best. The middle one is probably is one that you can likely still make work. The last one, or the first one, it takes a lot to catch somebody trying to actually push on you. I don't ever assume that I can get a hold of somebody. So everything's going to be an impact or maybe a redirection of some sort. Okay. All right. So let's go through it one more time, and then we'll call it a day, and we'll work some more on Thursday. Okay. I'm going to do it facing you again. All right. Hachidachi. Okay. Right behind left. Press it down. All right. Double Uchuki. Step out right. Itch. Itch. Knee. Thumb. She. Itch. Itch. Knee. Thumb. She. Itch. Knee. Thumb. She. Go. Itch. Keep my elbows in. Knee up, down. Now, right hand up, left hand underneath. So right hand stays up. Switch, left hand up, right hand underneath. Then bring it in. All breath out. And pop. Okay. Questions? Last minute questions? Uh-oh, Mima and Miho are asking questions. What do you got?
Just this part, is it left over right or right over left?
So it is left over right, just like in Techie. Just like in Techie, okay? So your left hand is on the front side, right hand is on the back side. Who was right? See, Mama's always right. Right, Miho? When in doubt, see rule number 1. Mama's always right. Okay. You have another question? Yes.
This one,
Yes.
you said that you can't go out.
Yeah, don't let your elbows out. It's rotating around your elbows. Okay, so you're here, right? So when you step back this way. So don't do, let's see, you're here. Don't do way out. Let the arms come here. And then after you're here, they can come out just a little bit, okay? But from this position, they keep the elbows in. Turn it over, and the elbows come out just a little bit at the very end. Okay? I kind of went like this with my elbows a little bit on one of them. So, okay, does that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay. Now
Thank
this
you.
one here, this kata here is really a kind of like a sticky hands training kata where you're trying to stay connected to the person and then still be able to hit them while you're manipulating their arms and their body. Okay. So that's why if I were here and I brought my elbows out, see how that moves my wrists. I'm not actually pushing and pulling on his body the whole time. So that time when I'm doing this, I'm not actually pressing on him right away. Question mark?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Gary?
No, I'm good.
Yeah,
I have
Masa, any good?
I have a question on the breathing.
Yes.
So the breathing, the in is quick and the out is
Slow and heavy.
slow and heavy.
Yeah.
On all. All of the moves?
When you're supposed to breathe out, it's always slow and heavy. Yes,
Okay.
but some of
I
the
mean,
moves
not
are
all of the
in.
moves,
Yeah,
but
because
that
otherwise
breathing
you
out
would.
is always, when
Yeah.
we're breathing out, it's always heavy.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Correct. And while you're breathing heavy, think of tensing your whole body. Okay? Think of it as I don't want to move at all. I want everything to be it's all locked in. Even this side over here, tense, tense, tense. Everything tense. This is very different than a lot of the katas we do. We have a lot of relaxation and then sudden tension at the very end. Okay. Okay, anybody else? All right, great. So by the way, this weekend is looking cold again. So we'll have to make a decision, look for my note to everybody on whether or not we're good to go outside or stay in. It's going to start at 27 overnight. I don't know how high it's going to get by game time. So we'll make a decision. Ariane, I'll see you a little bit before 5 tomorrow.
Yeah, 15 minutes earlier, right?
I'm sorry, what?
15 minutes earlier?
Yes, correct. Okay.